All right, boys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about how to save a file in multiple formats. So I have an image here and it is in multiple layers. I'm on Pixlr here. So if I want to save this in a format so that I can turn it into Google Classroom and that Mr. G can see it, I need to turn it into a JPEG or a flattened image. So this is a multi-layered, this is a PXD file for Pixlr. Or if you're in Photoshop, you have a PSD file. And if you have a PSD file, it's also multi-layered, where we have these different layers where things can be independently worked and stacked up. Okay, then once we save that as a JPEG, it's going to flatten it down. So we need to preserve the original quality and format as well as the secondary quality and format so that we can turn it into Google Classroom. Okay, so how we do that? So I go to File, I go to Save. Okay, that's going to bring up a dialog box. Okay, first I need to save this as a PXD, and because this is an online program, I'm going to be saving this to my computer. Okay, so I'll save it as a PXD first. That'll preserve all of the layers, and I have that in case I want to go back and I want to work on my purple monster here in a later date. So the PXD stands for Pixlr document. So I push download. If you were in Photoshop, you would save it as a Photoshop document and then save it, so on and so forth. So I push download, and that's going to go down and put it into my downloads folder, okay? And then I can close that. Now, if I want to work on this later, I can open that up and work on it. Now, to turn it into Google Classroom, I have to convert it to a JPEG. So I'm going to convert it to a JPEG thusly. I'm going to go to Save, and I have JPEG selected. So you can click PNG or a web page. We're going to leave it on a JPEG. Quality, 90% is just fine. Make sure you have it named for this particular project, our color and shape abstraction. You're going to name it Color and Shape Your Name. That's why mine says Color and Shape John Grosvenor. And then the last three letters are JPEG to say that is a JPEG. Okay, leave the quality where it's at. Your size is right there, and you are going to push download. Okay, again, the same thing's going to happen. Those are going to go down to your download images. Okay, again, in Pixlr, it sends it to your download, your default download folder. So if I go and I need to find this, I'm going to go look for color and shape abstraction JPEG so that I can turn it in. So I'm going to go to my downloads folder, and I'm going to go and I'm going to look for color and shape John Grosvenor, and there's my purple monster right there so that I can turn that in to Google Classroom. All right. Everybody stay creative, and I will talk to you soon.